In this episode of Home Theater Geeks, I answer a listener question from an audio professional about Dolby Atmos decoders. So stay tuned.
Podcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Hey there, Scott Wilkinson here, the Home Theater Geek. In this week's episode, I answer another listener question, this one from Dane Lewis, who writes, I'm a recent subscriber, joined Club TWiT to listen to HTG. Thanks, Dane. I'm an AV engineer, primarily audio, and while I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to live PA systems and corporate installations, home hardware is not in my knowledge base. I'm currently renovating my new home, and part of that is a new AV system. I'm planning on a surround sound system, and I've settled on 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos. I have a Denon AVR X2200W receiver capable of this, but my preference would be to go custom with QSC QSys and external amps. Do you know of a somewhat affordable Atmos decoder that can take an HDMI input and output analog line level audio? The only ones I can find are the Dolby Cinema decoders, which are crazy expensive. I can always buy new speakers for my existing receiver, but I like the idea of having the control I'm used to in my day job. My go-to for home speakers is Q Acoustics, so I'm looking at the 7000 series. Also, I'm looking for some outdoor speakers, probably the QSC AD series. But if you can recommend good outdoor speakers for home use, that would be great. Well, thanks, Dane. If your Denon AVR had preamp outputs for all of its channels, as many AVRs do, you could use it with your external amps, and the problem would be solved, easy peasy. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It only has pre-outs for 2 subwoofers and for the left and right channels of zone 2. So if you wanted to send audio to a different room than the AV receiver is in, you could send analog audio stereo 2-channel to that second room, but it doesn't have pre-outs for all of its main channels. On the plus side, there are many consumer preamp processors that can decode Dolby Atmos and send them out analog line level outputs to multiple channels. And they cost a lot less than the Dolby Cinema processors you have probably found as a professional, which can easily go into the tens of thousands of dollars. So I'm going to make several recommendations here for you, or at least let you know of 4 different possibilities and then recommend from among those. So first we have, and I'm going to go in, by the way, I'm going to go in order of least expensive to most expensive. And all of them are way less than the professional Dolby Cinema decoders. Starting with the Emotiva XMC2. It has 16 channels of analog audio outputs on XLR connectors, more than enough for 5.1.2, and it costs only $2,500. One review I saw from audiosciencereview.com had a bunch of measurements, though, that did not look very good. So I don't recommend this one based upon that. I didn't see a lot of positive reviews of the Emotiva, but it's the least expensive that I could find. Next up is the Marantz AV7706. It has 11.2 channels. You can see the graphic here in the front. That door where you see all the display stuff can be closed and gives it a very, very clean look. All you see are the 2 dials and the center display. Like I said, it has 11.2 channels of output. Again, more than you need. And it lists for $3,200. And these Marantz AV processors, such as this one and the upscale one from it, are always very well received. So that's a definite one to consider, no question. Next up the price chain is the Monoprice Monolith HTP1. This one has 16 channels, again on XLR connectors. All of these do use XLR connectors. It offers Dirac Live room correction, which is a very, very popular and very good room correction algorithm. List price on it is $3,500, and Audioholics.com rated it very highly. So the last one I'm going to mention is from a company called Anthem. It's the Anthem AV78K. This one has 15.2 channels, so 15 main channels and 2 subwoofer channels, again on XLR connectors. It uses Anthem's own ARC, Anthem Room Correction, which is also very highly rated. The list price on this one is $4,000. So it's the most expensive of the ones I'm going to mention here. HomeTheaterHiFi.com, otherwise known as Secrets of Home Theater and High Fidelity, they raved about it, and I'm not surprised. This one is very highly regarded in general. In fact, I would recommend to you either the Marantz or the Anthem. They are universally well liked and used a lot. And they're both way less expensive than the Dolby Professional Cinema processor. So those are the ones that I'm going to recommend you get. By the way, you mentioned QSC QSys, and I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that that's an audio and video distribution and control system from the company QSC, which makes professional products. In fact, my first studio amp was a QSC. I don't know Q Acoustics speakers. The 7000 series is a satellite sub system, and this 5.1 system you're seeing here is about $1,000. The website whathifi.com rates them very highly in a review from about 10 years ago. So I don't know if they've changed since then or what. They seem a little small to me to be used with QSC amps and one of these AV processors. They seem, my impression is that they're maybe not up to the same level as those other products, but the whathifi.com review was very, very praisey about them. So maybe they'll work well. I don't know the QSC 80 line of outdoor speakers either. But if they're compatible with the QSys system, then that would be great for you. But I have 2 other outdoor speaker recommendations that I'll make. These come from Brent Butterworth at Wirecutter, and I respect him greatly. He is a wonderful audio reviewer, and one should take his advice seriously. So the ones he recommends are the first one from a company called OSD Audio, and it's the AP650, which goes for $195 a pair, and they're the best in his opinion, especially because they're completely weatherproof. They're totally sealed from the elements, so very good for outdoor speakers. His step-up recommendation is from a company called Dayton Audio, the IO8XTB. These are more expensive, $175 each, but he says that they have much better, much beefier sound. I don't recall whether he said that they were completely sealed from the elements or not, but they're outdoor speakers, so they damn well better be, if you ask me. So there you have it. I hope that helps. Those AV processors will certainly do the trick for you and won't cost you as much as a professional processor, which you would get through professional channels, but they should do you great. So there you go. As always, we love hearing from you and getting your questions, so please send them along to htg@twit.tv, and I will answer as many as I can right here on the show. And as always, we thank you for your support of TWiT with your membership in Club TWiT. You can come in and watch us make the show live on the TWiT Discord channel. Just find out when it is. It's listed right there in the channel. And we hope to see you during one of our tapings. Until next time, geek out.